Did you know that 80% of people struggle with starting conversations? It's true. Whether it's at a party, a business meeting, or even a casual gathering, many of us freeze up when it's time to talk to someone new. But here's the shocking part: those who master the art of conversation are more likely to be successful, make meaningful connections, and even increase their income by up to 15%. Imagine this: you walk into a room full of strangers. Most people are standing awkwardly, waiting for someone to speak up. But you walk up to anyone and start a conversation effortlessly. People listen. They're drawn to you. It's not magic, it's strategy. In this guide, we'll show you simple yet powerful techniques to become a great speaker and conversationalist. You'll learn how to spark interest with just a question, how to tell stories that people won't forget, and how to use body language to make you instantly approachable. Plus, we'll dive into the little-known tricks that can make you stand out and connect with anyone. Ready to unlock the secrets of great conversation? Let's dive in. Chapter 1: Unleash the power of curiosity. Starting a conversation with a powerful question is one of the best ways to engage someone. You don't need to settle for the usual, "How's the weather?" Instead, ask questions that ignite curiosity. A great conversation starter might be, "What's something that completely changed your perspective recently?" These questions make people think. They allow them to talk about experiences, ideas, or moments that truly matter to them. Psychologist and author Daniel Kahneman says, "The human mind is wired to seek stories and meaning." By asking open-ended questions, you tap into that natural desire to share and reflect. It's about going beyond surface-level interactions and creating a deeper connection from the start. Curiosity makes people feel valued. When you ask about something meaningful, they know you're genuinely interested in them. Research shows that people are more likely to open up to those who ask thoughtful questions rather than just talk about themselves. In fact, a study from Harvard found that asking questions in conversation builds rapport and can increase trust. So, instead of asking, "How's your day?" ask something more intriguing like, "What's the most unexpected thing that's happened to you this week?" It gives them room to share something unique, and that's how you build momentum in a conversation. Plus, it sets you apart from the usual small talk. Next time you're stuck in a conversation rut, try using curiosity-driven questions. It's a simple strategy with a big impact. Your goal isn't just to start a conversation, but to get others to open up in ways they may not have expected. Chapter 2: Storytelling Secrets for Instant Connection. People are hardwired to love stories. That's why storytelling is such a powerful tool for starting conversations. Think about it: when someone shares an engaging story, you're not just listening to words, you're stepping into their world for a moment. You can use storytelling to kick off any conversation. But you don't need a dramatic tale. A simple, personal anecdote can set the tone. Imagine you meet someone at a party, and instead of just saying, "Hi," you start with, "You won't believe what happened to me this morning. I was running late for an important meeting and got stuck in traffic, but then something surprising happened." This story invites the other person to ask, "What happened?" and instantly, you've got a natural conversation starter. According to research by the Nielsen Group, 92% of people want brands to create ads that feel like stories, not just promotions. The same principle applies in personal conversations. Stories create emotional bonds. Storytelling in conversations isn't just about telling any tale, though. It's about the quality of the story. For it to resonate, it should be relatable. Keep it simple and engaging. Share a moment where something went wrong, and how you turned it around. Or tell a funny, embarrassing story that everyone can laugh about. This shows vulnerability and makes the conversation feel authentic. As storytelling expert Carmine Gallo says in his book Talk Like TED, the best communicators don't just share information, they tell stories that stick with their audience. You don't need to be a professional storyteller, just a human one. And that's all it takes to grab attention and start a conversation. Chapter 3: Decode Body Language. Speak without words. Words make up only a small part of our communication. In fact, according to studies by psychologist Albert Mehrabian, 55% of communication comes from body language, 38% from tone, and only 7% from actual words. This means you can start a conversation without even saying anything. Your body language can serve as a subtle yet powerful conversation starter. Simple actions like a friendly smile, maintaining open posture, or making eye contact can invite others to approach you. It's all about making people feel comfortable and welcome. If your arms are crossed or your body is turned away, it sends a signal that you're closed off. But if you're open, relaxed, and smiling, you immediately appear approachable. Think of a time you met someone with a warm, inviting posture. Didn't you feel at ease talking to them? That's because they non-verbally invited you to interact. So before you even say, hello, focus on your body language. A small nod or a warm gesture can encourage someone to open up to you. Have you ever noticed that when people make eye contact, they often feel more connected? That's because maintaining eye contact, especially during the initial moments of a conversation, fosters trust and connection. It tells the other person, I'm present, and I'm paying attention, but body language isn't just about looking approachable, it's also about mirroring. Research shows that mirroring the body language of someone else can create a bond. When you subtly mimic someone's gestures or posture, they feel like you're in sync with them, which naturally makes them more open to conversing. In the end, body language is a silent conversation starter. It speaks volumes before you even open your mouth. So remember to check your posture, smile, and use open gestures to invite others to engage. It's an easy yet powerful way to ensure your conversations start on the right note. If you want more helpful tips and strategies to improve your speaking skills, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more to help you connect with anyone, anywhere. Chapter 4, Contrarian Conversations. Be bold, not boring. If you want to break the ice in a memorable way, try asking a question that goes against the grain. People are used to the same predictable questions like, what do you do for work, or, where are you from? But what if you turned the conversation on its head and asked, what's the most overrated thing that everyone seems to love? This type of question catches people off guard. It makes them think and gives them an opportunity to share an opinion that might not align with the norm. Contrarian questions challenge assumptions, and that's what makes them so engaging. According to psychologist Dr. David H. McCraney, questions that challenge societal norms can lead to deeper, more meaningful conversations because they spark critical thinking. Asking something bold can also help reveal the person's true thoughts and values. It's a conversation starter that builds more than just surface-level rapport. For example, instead of asking, do you like movies? Ask, if you could erase one movie from history, which one would it be and why? This pushes the conversation into an unexpected direction and invites your conversation partner to explain their choices in an engaging way. In fact, research from Columbia University found that people enjoy conversations more when they can discuss opinions that differ from others. It's not about being confrontational, but about encouraging diverse viewpoints. By asking contrarian questions, you're giving the person a chance to explore their beliefs while fostering a deeper connection. Bold questions also show you're not afraid to stand out from the crowd. As author and speaker Simon Sinek once said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So, when you start conversations with unconventional questions, you're showing people you're different in a good way. And that uniqueness can make for some of the most exciting and engaging conversations. Chapter 5, The Art of the Compliment. Compliment with purpose. Compliments are often seen as a simple way to start a conversation, but there's an art to giving a compliment that truly stands out. Instead of just saying, I like your shirt, try, that color looks amazing on you. It really brings out your energy. Compliments like this are specific and meaningful, and they show you're paying attention. In her book The Charisma Myth, Olivia Fox-Cabane explains that the key to a great compliment is making it personal and sincere. A generic compliment feels empty, but a thoughtful one shows that you notice the details that others might miss. People appreciate when you take the time to notice something unique about them. A compliment doesn't just have to be about looks, either. You can compliment someone's actions, ideas, or personality. For instance, I love the way you explained that, it made me think about it in a whole new way. Complimenting someone's mind or behavior can go much further than complimenting their appearance. Research also shows that giving genuine compliments can improve the quality of your conversations. A study from the University of Texas found that compliments strengthen relationships and increase feelings of appreciation. The key is to be authentic. People can tell when you're being insincere, so make sure your compliment is real and thoughtful. When you compliment with purpose, you show you appreciate the person for who they truly are. That's what makes a compliment powerful. It's not just about flattery, it's about creating a connection that feels real. It's a great way to start a conversation that has depth, making both you and the person you're talking to feel good. Chapter 6, Master the Power of the Pause. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do in a conversation is say nothing at all. Pausing before you speak gives you time to think, but it also gives the other person a chance to speak. Silence in conversation is a tool that, when used wisely, can create a more engaging and thoughtful exchange. Pauses allow people to reflect on what was just said. According to communication expert Judith Baxter, taking a brief pause before responding can make your words more impactful. It shows you're considering your response carefully and aren't just rushing to fill the space with words. This simple technique helps you come across as more thoughtful and intentional in your conversations. The power of the pause also gives you room to let the conversation flow naturally. People often feel pressured to fill awkward silences, but some of the best conversations happen in those quiet moments. Allowing a pause can also encourage the other person to share more, as they feel like they have space to express themselves without interruption. A study published in Psychological Science found that people who pause before speaking are perceived as more intelligent and thoughtful. This is because pauses suggest you're making an effort to think critically before speaking, as opposed to blurting out the first thing that comes to mind. It's a technique used by some of the world's greatest speakers to make their words more impactful. Another benefit of pausing is that it shows confidence. When you're comfortable with silence, it signals that you don't feel the need to dominate the conversation. This can make others feel more at ease, knowing they have the freedom to speak without being interrupted. So, next time you're in a conversation, try using the pause to your advantage. It's a simple technique, but it can dramatically change the flow and depth of your discussions. In the end, the power of the pause isn't about waiting in silence, it's about creating space for connection, reflection, and thoughtful exchange. It's a strategy that not only enhances your speaking abilities but also enriches your relationships with others. Enjoyed these tips? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more. We've got plenty more where that came from, and we can't wait to help you become the best conversationalist in the room.